Hello everyone. Welcome to our show, Let's Talk, Let's Connect. Ishita here, your host, today again with a new topic, that is positive reflection on environment and mind. As we already know that because of COVID-19, most of the countries are under lockdown. So almost everything is closed down, and that effects we can see on environment as well. So here the environment is getting the opportunity to heal itself and regenerate its own beauty. If we look around, we can notice that pollution has been reducing day by day. So why we choose this topic? Because we want to see how the environment changing is affecting in a positive way, how we are feeling positively happy and peaceful mind. So today we are really honored to have a special guest with us, Dr. Saisan Yusuf, an international filmmaker, photographer, videography, and he is like famous in his sector. So let's welcome our guest.
Thank you.
And welcome. And we are having with us as a youth representative Farheen Islam, and as usual, our Ahmed Bari, life coach.
Hi.
So welcome our beautiful audience. Definitely, please stay with us throughout the session. We will be live next 1 hour and keep asking your questions because our guests are here today to give you all the answers. And definitely we are having few tips regarding the emotion, regarding the environment, regarding the mind. So those tools will help you to progress in your life, in your career. So let's go to our guest, to Dr. Saisan. I will request you to please say a few words about your work and all.
Thank you, Senator Ishida, for your kind words about me and introducing myself to the audience. So before introducing myself, let me thank the audience. Let me thank the members of Step Up Foundation Bangladesh, our panelist Ahmed Bari and Sanuto Ishida, Foreign Isham, friends and those who are watching us online. Namaste to all. I'm basically a documentary filmmaker based in Mumbai, India. I have been doing documentaries around the world for the last 20 years in almost 35 countries around the world. So I'm so thankful today to talk about the relation between the mind and the environment, which plays a major role in our lives today. Yeah, that's me, and let's proceed.
Good. So
Thank
yeah.
you so much. So now I will request to Ahmed Bari, if you please give a brief about the topic, about the today's topic.
Okay. Thank you, Ishita. Thank you for bringing this show live. I'm very much pleased to have our one of my friend is Saisan, and we first met in Nepal, and we become friends. And good to see you again, Saisan. And it's fantastic. Uh, the topic I'm just because I work with the emotional intelligence, and the environment has a huge impact on our emotion. So this is why when we just talk like let's go for something, do something for the environment and the mind. I thought like it will be a great show today. And those who are watching us, trust me, when you see the whole show, you'll find a lot of important tips and tricks from us, and especially we go the life of Dr. Saisan, and also we bring your question to the audience, other audience, and I also give some of the tips how to enrich our mind and how to make ourselves committed to the environment, and also we'll take some questions from the audience, and I believe it will be a fantastic show. And as I say always, like at the end of the show, we summarize everything what we've learned from this session. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Ahmed Bari. Now, finally, I will come to Farheen Islam. I will request Farheen to introduce yourself, please, because she is here today with us as a representative from audience as well as youth.
Good.
Um, Hello everyone, I am Farhin Islam. I'm studying my last year of BBA, Bachelor Administration, from United International University, and as well as I am the Senior Business Development Executive of WASDA. Thank you so much everyone for bringing me here. It's a great opportunity to share screen with you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Farheen. So I can see that already lots of audience are joining with us. So before going to our guest again, I just want to acknowledge our audience. So I can see that already Toha is with us, Kaji Shumon, Imtiaz Ahmed, Ayan, then Nirav Ali, and people are joining. So for the audience, again, I want to repeat that today we are here about the topic positive reflection on environment and mind. So please ask your question if you have any. Our guests are here to answer your question. Thank you everyone for
Excellent.
watching. Please stay tuned. So now come to Saisan again. Okay, I will request you to please talk about the environment and mind if you share your thought with us.
That would be great. Thank you, Ishita, for giving me this chance. Before I jump into sharing of reflections, let me thank once again Mr. Ahmad Bari, co-founder, vice president, and dean at Workplace Skill Development Academy, New Zealand,
Thank
for
you.
inviting me to share some of my reflections on environment and mind, especially in this time of community
Mm.
resilience, which is happening around the world.
Yeah.
So, the remainder of this presentation will offer brief examples of a relationship between the environment, mind, and well being. So, what is a mind? It is an extremely important question. I was in search of an answer for a long time. Wikipedia would say the mind is the set of thinking faculties, including
Mm.
cognitive aspects such as consciousness, imagination, perception, thinking, judgment, language, and memory, as well as non cognitive aspects such as emotion.
Yes.
Okay, now cognition refers to the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding that we know of.
Yeah.
So the mind is an abstract concept used to characterize
Sorry.
thoughts, feelings, subjective states, and self-awareness that arise from the brain. So, in short, it is the totality of consciousness or totality of conscious and unconscious mental process and activities. So, mind is often used to refer, especially to the thought process of reason or reasoning. This capacity of human mind is called the capacity to be self-consciousness. So you might ask me, what is again consciousness? In simple terms, consciousness refers to your individual awareness of your unique thoughts, memories, feelings, sensations, and environment. So an example of consciousness is a waking up early in the morning. You feel that, yes, I am awake, is a unique example of conscious. Your consciousness in your awareness of yourself and the world around you is that. So this awareness is subjective and it's very unique to you. It's not for others. And subconscious is something happening with a little or no perception by an individual. That Mr. Ahmad Bari would be agree with me if I say that.
Yeah.
I think it is fair to say that our conscious mind is only the tip of the iceberg, and that our unconscious mind is far more important than we initially thought it was. So basically, there are, if we talk about the types of human minds, there are 6 types of human minds. Okay, let me tell you. The first one is joy-oriented mind. Second, love-oriented. Third, hate-oriented. Fourth, fear-oriented. And the fifth one, boredom-oriented. And the last one, most interesting, sex-oriented mind. With some amount of observation and awareness, you can easily find out on what type of mind you possess. Okay, some people think that the mind is the brain or some other part of or function of the body, but this is incorrect. The brain is a physical object that can be seen with the eyes, that can be photographed or operated. Someone asked me the other day, what is the difference between brain and the mind? So the mind, on the other hand, is not a physical object. It cannot be seen with the eyes, nor can be photographed, or nor can be repaired by surgery. The brain, therefore, is not the mind, but simply part of the body. So if the mind is not the brain, nor any other part of the body, what is it? What is it?
Yes.
So it's a formless, continuous sequences that functions to perceive and understand objects.
Yeah.
Because the mind is formless or non-physical by nature, it is not obstructed by physical objects. So many mental health professionals acknowledge that there are layers of consciousness to the mind and are interested in accessing the deeper working of the mind. Famous psychologists Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung, for example, focused heavily on the unconscious mind and the ways in which it influences our conscious ego. So the mind is one thing that has been always fascinated and puzzled us. And it is the only thing that we can be certain of existing. Yet, apparently, we do not know exactly what it is, why it occurs, and how it occurs. And fortunately, for centuries, a lot of neuroscientists and other scientists and researchers related to these fields have gathered a lot of information and questions, and many philosophers have formed a lot of useful ideas and theories regarding this question. In short, let me tell you, the mind is the set of thinking faculties, including cognitive aspects and non-cognitive aspects. So now, may I ask the viewers, can the mind live without the body?
Very difficult.
Can the mind live without the body? And that's what Mr. Ahmad Bari would say, it's very difficult. But scientists can now keep brains alive without the body.
Yes.
A team of scientists recently revealed that they had successfully conducted experiment on hundreds of pigs that involved keeping their brains alive up to 36 hours after the animals had been decapitated. That means the brains can live today up to 36 hours, even if you don't have a body.
Yeah.
So you might ask me how the mind and the body is connected then. The brain and body are connected through neural pathways made up of neurotransmitters and hormones and chemicals. And these pathways transmit signals between the body and the brain to control everyday functions and every functions, from breathing, from digestion and pain, sensations and movement, thinking, and you name it, any feelings. I think now we are getting bored. So let me stop over here and let's listen. Listen from the audience.
Sometimes, thank you. But sometimes it does need some background so that we can follow on the what we are just talking about. Yes, thank you. It's a good theory. Yeah, Zanatun. Any question? I can see one question.
Yes, already one question arrived, and thank you, Saison. You described in a nice way. I think that background was really necessary for the audience. And I just before the question, I just want to acknowledge few more audience. So I can say that Vijay, he is here with us. Then Rakib and Prito Reza, Fahim Khan, Shafiqul Islam Litu, Shahriar. They are already with us. They are watching. So, audience, thank you. Prito Reza will be our tonight's guest.
Yes, Prito.
Thank you for watching. And we already have a question with us. That is, the question came from Mr. Kaji Shumon. So he said that sometimes we are possessing the positive mind. We feel do positive, but despite having that, we can't do our work properly. So what's the reason behind that?
Mr. Thashik, for asking this question, I must thank you. And you should be here for another half an hour more, because my second session is talking about the environment. Okay. Yeah. So because the environments contribute a lot to your mind. So you should listen. Then if you don't get an answer in my second session, then you can ask me, please.
Exactly.
So I will say to Mr. Kaji Shumon, please stay with us, because Saisan gonna answer your question very soon. Okay, let's go to Ahmed Bari again.
So that's fantastic, and so far the discussion was really good, and we get the information about what actually the mind is, and this is mostly the theoretical, but it is true that we don't focus on our mind, and several issues have been discussed by Saisan. So what from my end, I'll just focus on a little bit on Kaji Shumon's question. Is like we think we are positive, but still there's a lot of challenges inside us. So we feel that we are positive, but actually we are inside. It's a kind of layer of challenges, because we have so many fears back in our life that actually hold us to take action. So I do believe that Saisan will say something, and obviously I'll supplement with more technical aspect, or the training aspect of how to push yourself when you are positive and to take action. So we'll go on that. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you,
Thank you.
later.
Amit.
Yeah.
So now I want to come to Miss Farhin. So definitely thank you, Farhin, for being with us. I will request you to share your thoughts, and if you have any question, please ask to our guests.
Uh, so far, about my thought being as the name of this show is being positive uh, environment and
Reflections.
all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reflections. Yeah.
So I just want to say about few words. I don't know how I will exaggerate it, but being the having positive mind, it actually depends on the environment, as Sheson sir said it. So being in the environment, I have observed and realized it around me. What are the surroundings about me? In the environment, as I have been struggling my life for getting in a establish myself. So
Yeah.
it's very important being positive, what my Bari sir had taught me, and I'm surprised that Chetan sir is also saying the same words on how our mind works.
Yeah.
Thanks to Chetan sir to simplify how our mind works and how it is related. And I actually I'm telling you, sir, that uh, how it is connected to mind with our brain, and the differences you have just said, actually I never knew it. Thank you so much for letting me know this. And yes, this is going to be very fun life. I will be having questions regarding more topics. So
Mhm.
I would request to go on with your discussion. I'll have questions.
Thank you,
Excellent.
Yes.
So
Farhin.
yeah, so just pick. I before another episode, I already talked about like we have four. We have to focus that we have four health that is like physical health, mental health, or the emotional health, and social health and spiritual health. I think without looking after these four health holistically, you cannot build your mind and well-being. So it is very important. So back to Saisan or Zanatun, whoever wants to take the lead.
Thank you, Amit. So definitely I will go to Saisan, but before that I have like I'm really curious to know from Saisan that definitely you were successful. We already know that he is from India, but he's working all over the world.
Globally. Yeah.
Internationally, he is working. So, you know, like we always say that successful people, they are doing this and that, like they're really successful. But behind each successful person, we know there is a story. From that story, they gradually grow and grow, and definitely because of their hard work and all, they get that success. So basically, I am really interested, not me, in fact, everyone
I
would be
think, yeah.
really interested to know about your story behind this success, how you achieve your goals and become successful.
Yeah.
Can you
After
please share?
discussing about the environment, then we can go for
Yeah,
more
sure.
elaborative.
Then
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
environment, okay. So we
Mhm.
are keeping
So,
that for the audience.
Yeah.
So stay with us. We will come to
Mhm.
that story.
Yeah.
all right. So, as our subject is in the mind and the environment, so I have already explained to you the mind part. That's
Yes.
really it's not my literal explanation, but the explanation which I have gathered in my studies, in my readings, and in my search is the summary of that. Okay, now in its most literal sense, environment simply means surroundings. Nowadays, the word environment is often being used by almost all people around us on television and in newspapers
Mm.
and in our day to day dialogues or
Yeah.
conversations. So, everyone is speaking about the
Mm.
protection and the saving of environment.
Yeah.
Global summits are being regularly held to discuss environmental issues. During the last 100 years, the mutual relationship among environment, social organization, and culture has been discussed in sociology, anthropology, and including in geography. All this shows the increasing importance of environment. And besides, it is a fact that life is tied with the environment.
Yeah.
The term environment has been derived from the French word environia, meaning to surround. So it refers to both abiotic. Abiotic means physical or non-living, and biotic. Biotic means living. So it refers both abiotic and biotic environment. So the word environment means surroundings in which organisms live. So environment and organisms are two dynamics and complex compound of nature. Environment regulates the life of organisms, including human beings. So human beings interact with the environment more vigorously than any other living beings. So environment, in totality, environment shapes our minds, and there is no doubt for that. Environment is an important aspect of our daily lives that is too often taken for granted. So the importance of this connectivity should not be underestimated, nor should be the healing properties that nature provides us. So according to the United Nations and Environment Program, the Earth resources are being consumed at an unsustainable rate. And the air pollution is one of the biggest environmental health risks across the globe. There are wonderful stories and incidents from the history that reveals how important the outside environment for humankind. May I share one of them? Okay, Sister Jean Ward in World War II, who brought premature babies with jaundice into a sunlight courtyard in the hospital in Aix in England. So their condition improved due to the wavelengths of visible blue light, or the light which comes from the sun radiating through the exposed skin. So the light also decreases pain and improve sleep, which of course is closely, very much closely related to feelings of depression. Getting the proper amount of sunlight is essential to proper functioning and improving our mental health. So how do we get the proper amount of sunlight and fresh air? By going back to nature. And it is a most simplistic yet essential mode of treatment for feelings of depression. Now, in our technologically driven society, we often shut away from nature. And the times that we are out in nature, we are unable to appreciate in the beauty of it. And it's hard to truly separate yourself from the rest of the world, considering we are always on. But the effects of doing so prove beneficial to your general well-being and emotional clarity. So we live in a built world that affects every aspect of our well-being and social interactions. I underline the word build world. We build the world.
Yes.
For most people, most of the time, the environments have been deliberately constructed. They are built environments. So we live in a built environments. That means everything about them came from or came about by decisions and choices made by deliberation or by default. And this fact of modern life bears clear implications because every decision made about the built environment, whether it's a playground, a park, or bridge, a street, a residential housing area, a project, or development, anything. So, how many people know that our stress level rise rapidly when a person moves through a streetscape that
Yeah.
is cognitively understimulating or downright ugly, though
Yeah.
that building composed of sharp angles will stimulate its
Our
users'
yes.
sympathetic nerve systems. We know that our children perform better on IQ tests taken in rooms, in classrooms with high ceilings, or that
Yes.
they learn better when the classrooms which contains good designs.
Yeah.
So the emerging mind environment paradigm has far-reaching implications today. We are only at the beginning of this revolution, and much needs to happen before people, as individuals and policymakers, you and me, designers and clients, accord to build environment a value based with its impact that is positive and negative on people's emotion and mental health. Of course, not everyone involved in psychology believed there is a split between the mind and the environment, so to be absolute. Carl
Exactly.
Jung would not be the last one to argue nearly a century ago for a more realistic and dialogical model.
Mhm. Yeah.
Some psychologists would say, like P. Gisbert, environment is anything immediately surrounding an object and asserting a direct influence on it.
Yeah.
Maybe due to the importance of this environment on human mind, psychologists have developed a special branch in psychology. It's called environmental psychology,
Psychology. Yeah.
Yeah.
which is basically the study of human well-being in connectivity to the environment he lives in.
Yeah.
So the psychology of the environment is a relatively contemporary concept altogether. So we
Exactly.
must know that the fact that how environment we create is a reflection of our mind.
Yeah.
And if you distracted, and if you are distracted, we tend to lose things. Even the viewers, if they are distracted, they tend to lose the connection between what I'm talking and what they are listening.
Yeah.
And if you are disorganized, the piles begins to collect around us.
Yeah.
So the relationship between humanity and the environment is a very delicate balance. Since the Industrial Revolution, the world's population has increased rapidly, and with population growth, the environment has been profoundly affected. And you know that deforestation, pollution, and
Yeah.
global climate change and are amongst the adverse effects the population and technological expansion has introduced.
Mm.
Today, the other day I was talking about the Mother Earth, and today the environment and our Mother Earth is really crying for help. And no matter how we turn a deaf ear, we can no longer disregard the revenge of nature.
Yeah. Exactly.
Climate change, ozone layer depletion,
Mm.
air pollution, water pollution, and acid rain, to name very few. Just like what they always say, you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
We are aware that these catastrophes that we are facing or suffering now are the fruits
Actually, yeah,
of
fruits of our own actions. Yeah,
our actions.
actions.
And if you don't make a change, we will end up killing our own planet and everything on it, including us. So,
Exactly.
but however, let me make one more point. However, it's very heartening to know that there are still people, those who are making extreme efforts to save our environment and give us a healthy mind. Since I belong to India, let me share a wonderful story from here now. How individuals can make a change in our environment. There is a person called Jadav Payan, a forestry worker from Assam in India, decided to transform a barren sandbar into vast forest reserve. Popularly known as the Forest Man of India, Payang plants a tree along the shore of Brahmaputra River every day for 40 years. And his initiative resulted to a 1,360 acres of forest, which is bigger than many of our national parks. And today, this lush forest serves as a home to a wide range of wildlife, including elephants, rhinos, birds, and reptiles. And Payang wants to continue planting a tree until his last breath in order to save the environment.
Excellent, excellent. It's a good example, and what we need to answer some of the question from the audience. Otherwise, they will
Yeah.
not be happy. Yeah. So thank you,
Yeah.
Saisan. It was very good
Yeah,
discussion,
welcome.
and I do believe that example you given in the last, it was fantastic. And similarly, we do have heard so many story in Bangladesh and so many other countries in Africa's, in Amazon areas, Brazil, and so many other countries, including New
True.
Zealand and other. So this is
That's true.
these people actually, these people are saving the art, and as well as you and I and everyone who are hearing this or listening and viewing this show can do something. So I'm just giving you one thing that what I did for environment. I do know that we collaboratively we do a lot of plantation program and everything. That's good, but few things you can do without investing anything to save your environment. And the thing is like just reducing the waste you use. The first of the, like, it was probably 1991 or 1992 when I was a student of the college of the and I interact with one of my my brother's friend who actually live in Germany. He visited to our house, and I saw that he was just after having the snacks, he was just putting all the napkin in his pocket. So I just asked her, why you are doing this? Why you are keeping all these dirty tissue napkins in your pocket, or the paper napkins, actually the paper napkins? He said that I build the habit not to throw them around. I just keep them, and when I got a bin, I just throw in to the bin. So this is one practice I
Wow.
started from 1991 or 1992 till now.
Wonderful.
I never throw any piece of garbage to the street. I never
Wonderful.
pee on the street. Many boys that do this kind of thing stuff. I never split like a never do anything which is, these are the few discipline which is, I believe this is my spiritual belief. I convert them to my spiritual belief that we talk about mother nature, right? This is, we are saying that it's our mother. Can I do the same thing to my mother? Can I just pee on my mother? Can I throw garbage to my mother? Can I do other things, the bad things to my mother? If I can do that thing, why not we believe and start caring about the earth and start carrying the simple thing, simple action, very simple action that you can take from your own initiative, and that actually not helps your develop your mental and spiritual health. At the same time, you can connect with the earth. And this is the reason I'm saying you that I'm not sure whether you can see on my screen. This is the air pollution or air quality in Wellington at this right now is only 11, which is very good. And the same
Good.
time, I'm just giving you another shot of Dhaka at this moment. This is now just this morning it becomes unhealthy because last 2 days or 3 days we are starting movement. Our tracks, bus, people are start moving. So this is the thing, which is really like I was really happy. At least for few days, our environment become very good. Like we touch 45, we touch 35, 33, 37, 65. So these are the quality index that is given by the international website and international research institute. So this is the thing I really enjoy, that at least when we are locked down at home, we are at least doing something. So thank you. And let's go to back to the one question that even
Yeah.
we are positive, we cannot, why you cannot take action? Actually, the thing is positiveness is very good, but that doesn't mean that it will push you for the action. So positive and action is kind of like it's important to have both, or it's important to have the positiveness, but there's some other things you need to develop, other skills, so that you can take action. And for that, you have to go for planning. Of course, planning is important. When you have positive mind, you can do planning. And always I say, like, we have to be positive ourselves. And for positiveness, I always say, look at the positive thing. Like from this morning, I didn't, well, not only this morning, for the last, I think most 15 days, I never checked my TV, how many people are died or how many people are infected, what are the bad news. And for the last 20, 25 years, I never opened the newspaper to see how many people having the suffering or how many people. Is because the more we put the negative things in our mind, we cannot think positive. So to remain ourselves positive, we have to go to the environment. We have to see the beauty of the environment. So I spend a lot of time to connect myself with the environment. And of course, in a city life, it is very hard, but still, you through the internet, through the website, you can visit a lot of things. You can see what is happening around in the world, and from there, you can at least develop your spiritual health and mental health with the connection with the environment. So this is very important. So we can go for more action, and we are going to some training program sooner, like after 15th of May. We are going to do how to remain positive and how to take action. We do some sort of like a training program on that. So Kazi Sumon, please do watch, and other also. I'm welcoming you to watch those show. Definitely, this will help you out. Zanatul.
Thank you. So I can say that
And
lots of
sorry for
audience.
interruption again. We
Sorry.
definitely want to know a few things about Saisan life's journey. Yeah.
Yeah.
But before
Just
that, you can
I'm
acknowledge. You
very
can
curious
acknowledge.
to know.
Yeah.
yeah, just I want to acknowledge because lots of people are joining. I can see
Yep.
like already Sabbir, Mehdi, Jonaki, Shubho, Zinat Rehena, Kemal, then Istiak, Annie Mahmoud, Mukhtar, Saifur Rahman, Maisha, Abdullah ibn Said, Shikha, Masud Afridi, Abhijit Rai. So
Wow.
thank you everyone. Already most people are joining. They started to join, and also I already got another question from Maisha. So I just want to take the question, but we will discuss about the question after hearing the story from Saisan. Okay, so the
Yes.
question was from Maisha. Like she's saying that, like we know that there are some negative people around us who always talk about the negative thing and tell that don't do this on that one, you may face difficulties this and that. So she said that how come we avoid those negativity and keep ourselves motivated to become successful and go in our
Positive. Yeah.
towards our goal positively.
Yeah. I think the similar question came from other
Yeah, from
Shikha. Yeah.
Doha. Yeah.
Toha. Yeah. So yeah.
Cool.
Good.
So let me give you let me answer this one.
Saisan, we
What
have
was
very sorry, interrupt you because we have very few. I know
Sure,
that you
sure.
have a very
Yeah.
beautiful journey, life journey.
So
So make it
yeah.
very fast, and
all
then we
right?
go to the question.
So
Yeah.
all
So
right.
we love to hear the story
No. So
first.
you want? So what is important? My journey or answering this question?
Your journey
What do you
first.
want? Oh,
Both are
my
Both
journey
are
important.
first.
important, but first the journey.
All right. Just like many of us, I'm born in Kerala in one of the villages in Kerala. It's called Chalakudi or Modrekani. I don't know how you can pronounce it, but born there and lived as like any other boys in the village, behind the cows
Yes.
and playing with the waters and moving around like any other boys.
Yeah.
And after my graduation, there are always a curiosity in me and kind of question in me, asking myself, who am I? What should I do? Where should I be?
Yeah.
So I tried to give answer to these questions, but always these questions came to me in every night, and then I thought I must find an answer, or I must work for that. And my basic principle in life is very simple: when you can walk, you need to run, and when you can run, you need to fly.
Yes.
So with that simple principle, I think everything and anything is possible for us.
Yes.
So with regard to the question, can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, sure. The question was like, we see that there are lots of negative people around us who always like say that don't do this and do that because there could be the difficulties. So how come we avoid those negative people and keep ourselves motivated to achieve our goal and or to become successful?
So what's the name of the person who asked this question?
Her name is
My,
Maisha.
Vaishna?
yeah. Maisha.
Maisha.
Okay. Maisha. So
Yeah. Take the question
Maisha.
on. Yeah.
Okay,
take the question.
Maisha. Yeah. I just saw the question. There are a
Thank
few
you.
people around us trying to destroying us. Okay.
Yeah.
So my question to Maisha is, Maisha, why do you allow others to destroy your life?
Yeah.
There is nobody can destroy your life unless and until you give the permission to destroy.
Yeah.
Because your life is based on your mind. Your mind is
Yeah.
within you. And how do you or why do you want to allow us the others to? So let others say anything and everything. It is up to you to take what exactly that you want to take it. And be clear with that. Once you are clear with that, your thoughts and ideas, I think things should work for you and for your gain.
Yes. Thank you. So I just like to supplement on this. Like
Yeah.
you need 3 negative things to change your mind to negativity. Only 3. 3 things, 3 negative things you watch, observe, it just change
Yeah.
your mind to negative. But it takes
Mm-hmm.
10 positive things to bring back to your positive. So positivity is very hard.
Exactly.
So that's why
Exactly.
you need to guard your mind. You need to guard every time you need to guard your mind. Don't allow anyone to go and change your mind, or don't allow other people to change your mind, because your mind is your mind. This is your wealth, this is your asset, this is your everything. Don't allow other people to play with your mind.
Exactly.
Mm.
That's true.
And
Thank you.
now,
Yeah.
Susan, can you just say one example, real example about your challenge, one real example from each? Then I will also try to share one challenge of my life and how we can overcome. I think.
Yeah.
All right. All right. One of the challenges would be like, when you say that each one of us, we 4 people in the panel today, and we each one of us are, you know, very capable of doing several things, and the same way to the audience too.
Yes.
We are capable of, but the thing is that we underestimate our power. We underestimate who we are, and that's the worst thing that happens to the humanity. People always think that we are powerless,
Mhm.
and that has to be changed. Okay, in my life, for me, as I told you in the earlier conversation, I clearly mentioned that my positivity or my idea is, when I can walk, I need to run. And when I need to run, I have to fly.
Yeah.
What does it mean? This means very clear that when you can do certain things, you shouldn't be satisfied with that limitations.
Yes.
All right. For me, there are times when people just neglected me. There are times when I was just looking for jobs. People said you are not good for.
Yes.
They have not taken, and the same people have invited me or requested me, can you be, can you come, can you make it? And
Excellent.
I would say that is the best
Reward.
reward
I think
that I can get from this world.
exactly.
I don't name the organization. Sorry. I don't name the organization, but this organization, particular organization, rejected me several times to be in their panel or to be with them or to be just being a member of that organization. And years after 10 years, the same organization invited me as a chief guest for the event.
Wow.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah.
So don't give up. Don't say that I cannot, or don't say that I am not capable.
Yeah.
You can make things the way that you dream.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And there will be a lot of rejection. So don't give up. There will be a lot of rejection. And let me share. I have like a lot of a story. I don't know which one I should say that. But I can say one thing because I'm not coming from a rich family that I always mention. I'm very much challenged family, and my father is just a government officer, and we never got any toys when we were young. We don't, and we have three brothers and two sisters, and three brothers. The big brothers always have the toy. Like whoever gives us one toy, and then he got the chance to have to play with that toy, and so I have like lot of ups and downs, or lots of downs. I was rather said, and uh, but the thing is, like, I know that I have to take action, and the more actually, these are the things, like that time we don't get any training, but luckily I do get the opportunity for mixing with some good people who give me some suggestion or idea, like this kind of talk show. There's like, so some relatives or someone just give us some ideas, like, okay, you can do this or you can do that. So that actually help us or transform us to think different way. So one of my struggle, I would like to, I will definitely share my struggles. And I just give you one idea. Like, I complete my school and college, and then I'm looking forward to go for the engineering college or engineering university. And I was very good for or fit for this engineering university, uh, and but I missed this is but that particular moment I didn't realize why I missed, but I blame everyone. Everyone. I able to blame like, it's for this fault, it's that fault, everyone. But it's good that within 6 hours, I cried a lot when I get this result that I didn't get the chance to the engineering university. I cried a lot, and then I was devastated. 6 hours, more than, or maybe 6 or more than 6 hours, and then I like bounce back or something. And I just promised myself I want to become that much successful so that I can employ 10 engineers to my company. That is the thing. I just bounce back myself. Like, I don't need to cry. I need to take action. So what are the action, or how? So after the 6 or 7 hours, I studied sit for a study, because there is another general university admission is coming. So I'll just focus on. So the idea is like, if I go back to the question, like, you can keep yourself positive and then you take the action. But if you think like, oh, I'm positive, I want to recruit another 10 engineer to my company, and then you again sleep. And the reason I didn't get let me tell you the truth. The reason I didn't get the chance to the university, because I didn't prepare myself that much. My result was fantastic, so I become so arrogant that within this beautiful result, who can defeat me? No one can defeat me to enroll in the university, in the engineering university. Yes, thank you, Ishida.
Thank you, Amit. So we are almost near to end of the session. So finally, again, I want to come to Faring. You wanted to ask a question, so please, can you ask the
Yes,
question now?
I have two questions. I don't know how much time it will take, but I
Yeah,
will.
for you, 30 seconds, just in a short way.
Quick, the question.
Okay.
Question.
Yes. The question is like, as Shesan sir said that he was born in Canada and now you are in Mumbai.
No, born in
And
No,
I
Kerala.
have seen
Kerala.
that.
Kerala,
Kerala,
Kerala.
Kerala.
Yes.
Kerala is a
Yes.
southern state of
Kerala.
India.
Kerala. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Yes. So, sir, just want to know that being in another place, born in another place, the differences of environment, as you have discussed a lot about it, I want to know that there are physical environment also and natural environment, and there are so many surroundings that are not visible to us.
Mhm.
Okay, and actually distracts us also, and giving us positive and the negative vibe too. So I just want to ask you that how did you cope up with this, with the entire environment change, the change you have faced through environment or through surrounding, through your life? Because I have been born in Saudi Arabia and now I am in Dhaka. So the environment has affects me positively also and negatively also, and I had to cope up. Yes, you said to never give up, and it was one of my also principle that not to give up whatever happens. But sometimes I have broken down, sometimes I have faced some unexpected incidents. So I just want to know that how did you cope up with all those matters? As you said that you have set your mind. Huh. So I just want to that there are so many environments, so many thoughts that will distract you, that will try to make you break. So I just want to know that obviously 10 years before what we were and now how we are representing ourselves, there has to be some uh, drastical changes. So I just want to know that how did you change yourself according to the environment, according to the things you wanted. I just want to know that thing actually.
Okay.
Fareen, thank you for asking for that question. Fareen, let me tell you that if you have a passion for doing certain things,
Yeah.
you will make it.
Okay.
You will make it. And what is that passion for you? You know, what you want to do in your life. You know,
Yeah.
for me, my passion is to bring out the best stories from around the world. So for that, sitting back at home, I will not get story from Dhaka. Sitting back at home, I will not get a story from New Zealand. I need to fly.
Yeah.
As I
Yes.
said earlier, if I can walk, I need to run. And if I need to run, I need to fly. So I need to fly and go to places because the places don't come to you. You have to take the initiative. And
Yeah.
wherever you are, see
Against
the
all odds. Yes.
atmosphere, see the environment, and make use of that environment for your special goal, what you have it in your mind. And before I conclude, let me make it very clear that let us accept the fact that we are going through a lot of hard times. And I just wanted to encourage you this day to know that we will emerge a more creative and innovative people from the difficulties we are going through. This is the first time in our history that we are forced to slow down and reconnect with our family, friends,
Hmm.
and strangers. So
Yes.
let's make the most out of this beautiful silver lining and let us not forget the beauty in this time of suffering and how it's brought the whole world together here.
Yeah.
This is, I call it, peace throughout the world.
Yeah.
So be safe and be well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Saisan.
Excellent.
So now I will come to Ahmed Bari, as we know that we are just near to end of the session. So
Yeah.
can you please give your remark on the wrap up? But before that, I
Exactly.
want to say thanks, Shikha, for your suggestion. Definitely, we have planned to arrange another sessions on the entrepreneur and how the youth can be independent, self-dependent. So definitely stay connected with us. We are.
Ishita,
Yeah.
can you bring the comments from Moses Beji Blessing? That's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah,
That was, yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is
yeah, you
really
excellent
true.
comment.
And as we are just
That's
running
true.
out our time, yeah,
Yeah,
just let me wrap up what we have done today. Like,
yep,
the thing is, like, wake up early morning is actually feels you develop your consciousness, or it remind you that you are conscious, and these are the things. First thing. So then the second thing I will just say that the mind is a set of thinking, which is very important, and love this one. When you can walk, you can run. When you can run, you
yeah.
can fly. That you
Fly.
have to believe. This is a beautiful thing I found today, and I do believe that. I do strongly believe that. Thank you, Saisan, for giving this thing again. And I always say, like, build your mental and emotional health, and as well the spiritual health, by connecting yourself with the environment, because environment is just like, they don't take anything from you. They are just giving. They are just wholeheartedly giving without asking anything from you. So this is the place you can have the energy, you can have the peace. So do develop your mental and emotional health with the help, and as well as the spiritual health, by connecting yourself with the environment. Then one formula I would like to say, like, positivity plus happiness is success.
Yeah,
Without the happiness and the positivity, you cannot bring your success, and of course you need the action to take. And again, back to Sison, is like passion. Look for it. You When you feel something, believe something passionately, actually that drives you to achieve that thing. And we need to feed our mind. That is the We need to feed positive thing to our mind. And one last suggestion to one, like, when you see that a lot of people, and it is don't think it is impossible to cut them. You listen them, but you don't need to take anything from them. Maybe they will come in front of you. You just And the best way to acknowledge that particular moment, to breathe yourself. Okay, breathe yourself. When you have lots of negativity you are coming to you, breathe yourself. Okay, name your feelings to yourself. You feel bad, sad, why these other people are talking like this. At the same time, you can think what's happening around them, why they are always negative. And finally, always tell one thing to them: I understand. This is the best way to stop them. I understand that you are worried about me. I understand that you feel sad about me. I understand you are frustrated with me. I understand. And it is very difficult to, like, unless you have a skill, you cannot just transform other negative people to positive people. So first you build yourself. When you are really think that yes, you can find positivity in any circumstances, then the technique you follow to bring yourself positive, you can share that to them, but don't tell them to follow. You can say, these are my idea. You can follow. So thank you so much. Thank you, Saisan. Thank you.
Thank you. You're
thank you,
welcome. You're
Ahmed.
welcome. Thank you.
And
So
definitely, we are going to almost near to the end. So before ending, I want to say thanks to Dr. Saifan for being with us today. Thanks to Farhin, and definitely thanks to Ahmed Bari for being with us. So the audience, what we can say at the end, the bottom line is definitely look for your passion. Despite having all the negativity around you, don't allow the negative people to interfere in your positive mind. So
yeah,
be positive, and we are going to say goodbye from here. We will be back again today at 10 p.m. with another guest, that is Prito Reja, and the
yeah,
topic will be সীমিত আকারে দুটি কথা। So
Okay.
we will see again. Till then,
And also ask them to join the International Youth Summit. Sorry, we should say that.
definitely, yeah, we are having the summit that we already know that in this month, 18 and 19 May, Third International Youth Summit. You can find the registration link in the comment box. So
Yeah.
join the summit.
And I will pick Saison, another guest speaker, because he was great today.
Definitely.
We want.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you soon. Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.